Haylene, are we all set in the building?
I'm sorry?
Are we all set? Andrea and Shanika are present and online. Is okay,
Yes.
Andrea on.
Shanique.
All right. All right, with that being said, give me 2 seconds.
Good evening, Co-President Christy Angel.
Good evening, Co-President Daniels and all of our council members that are present. Recording Secretary Shanique Butler, thank you for being present and congratulations on your new grandbaby. Yes. We are still, happy and rooting for you. It's such a
thank
beautiful
you
thing
so
that
much.
happened.
That's young, Grandma.
Grandma.
I call her young. She look young.
Is Vice President Montalvan online?
I just saw her.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Oh, well, hey, Chris.
Yeah,
Good to see you. Good to see everybody else online. So who else do we have? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind here. So we have Brisa and Vanessa online as well.
I'm not sure. Are they online?
I don't see them in this space.
Okay, well, let's try to check in with them. Let's give it about maybe 2 more minutes. Let's check in if they are unable to join. Thank you, everyone who is giving of your time to be present tonight. We unfortunately do not have quorum, but we do want to still make space and room for the 2 council members who are possibly able to join online. So if you would give us grace and a moment to reach out to them, we will get started shortly. All right, the council members have been reached and have been advised that they will be able to join us in a few minutes. With that being said, our meeting is still without quorum. So we will now call to order the July annual business and calendar meeting for CCD 75 at 6:09 p.m. One moment. This meeting is being recorded and live. If we can make sure that we are all muted online, one moment, please. Apologies. This meeting is being recorded and live streamed on YouTube and will be available immediately following the meeting at CCD 75 Outreach on YouTube. At this moment, I will now give the floor over to the interpreters. Mandarin, you may begin with your instructions.
Good evening, everyone.今天哪一位想参加我们的会议的，听这个普通话的翻译的，请拨打347-966-4114，这个 ID 号码是866-161-162-268。我再讲一趟，哪一位想参加我们的会议的，要翻译的朋友， 请拨打347-966-7114，ID 号码是866-162-268，谢谢。I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Spanish interpreters, you may give your instructions.
Instrucciones. Good evening. Buenas noches. Para escuchar esta reunión en español, por favor, marque desde su teléfono el número 347-966-4114 e ingrese el código de conferencia o número PIN 330-351-351, símbolo numeral. Repito la información para escuchar esta reunión en español, marcando desde su teléfono el número 347-966-4114, ingresando el código de conferencia o número PIN 330-351-351, numeral. Por favor, asegúrense de poner sus teléfonos en mute o mute y así evitaremos sonido de fondo. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bangla interpreters, you may give your instructions.
Thank you. The following message will be for Bangla participants. আপনারা যারা আজকের এই মিটিংটি বাংলায় শুনতে চান সেক্ষেত্রে জুমের পাশাপাশি আপনার ফোন থেকে ডায়াল করবেন 347-966-4114। আমি আবার বলছি 347-966-4114 এবং কনফারেন্স আইডি চালিয়ে দিতে হবে 409-372-653#। কনফারেন্স আইডিটি হবে 409-372-653#। আপনারা যদি কথা না বলার দরকার হয় অনুগ্রহ করে মিউট করে রাখবেন। কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকলে আমাদের মাধ্যমে প্রশ্নটি করতে পারেন। ধন্যবাদ। থ্যাঙ্কস। বাংলা ইজ ডান।
Thank you so much. Haylene, would you be able to give the council a roll call at this moment?
Sorry. Okay. Christy Angel,
Present.
Risa Arias,
Present.
Vanessa Borrero,
Present.
Shanique Butler,
Present.
Andrea Daniels,
Present.
Christy Montavon.
Present.
Okay, we have 2 in person and we don't have quorum this evening.
Thank you so much. So saying that we do not have quorum this evening, that means that this meeting will be technically unofficial. However, we will still provide council updates and superintendent's updates and give the public an opportunity to ask questions. We want to revisit our rules of decorum. Only the speaker recognized by the chair may speak. If you are online, please raise your hand or use the raised hand feature during the public comment to be recognized. All comments and questions are limited to 2 minutes. Discussions and charges related to the competence and personal conduct of an individual will be ruled out of order. When a speaker is ruled out of order, the speaker's remaining time will be forfeited and the speaker can be removed from the meeting. With that said, we will now go ahead and move into our council updates, and then we will move into our district updates. So far, what I would like the public to know is we have several committee meetings that are coming up for the outreach committee on July 31st, Wednesday. The 988 plus the NYPD co-response team are presenting a workshop for crisis resources in support of families and individuals in distress or in need of mental health and assistance. We're trying to make a space and give information for families to have a little bit more of an ease if they do need to call 911, if they do need assistance in the home where they don't want their child hospitalized or removed from the home. We want to give you resources where you can be supported within crisis. That will be presented by Dr. Monica Brooker, who is the Assistant Commissioner with the NYPD Behavioral Response Team. Amber Trinkle from NYC 988, Director Veronica Olea, who is the Acting Director for the Department of Mental Health and the Co-Response Team, and Detective Marcos Gallardo with the Co-Response Team. You can go to ccd75.org at this moment to be able to pre-register for this workshop on July 31st. We do encourage you to attend and please do share. We also have a couple of more upcoming workshops on Echo, stop, technology. On August 7th, we are working with YAI, and we are presenting calming techniques for parents and for families and for students. We know that we can have a lot of burnout and a lot of stress in these times, and we want to make sure that we are continuing to support our families within the community. On August 12th, we will have the second part of our NY8, N88 and 988 and co-response team. They are going to be giving us a crisis planning and intervention workshop. Many parents don't know what to do in crisis. They don't know what the steps are. They do not have a plan for different variations of crisis. So we're going to give you guys tools and resources for different time periods where you may need that. In addition, we are working on a 90-minute workshop speaking to grief, burnout, and self-care, and that'll be through Vibrant.org, their crisis emotional team. Our next meeting is going to be August 14th at 6 p.m., where we will have updates from our new Deputy Chancellor, Christina Foti. And as you may know, or if you do not know, we now have a new division, which is called the Division of Inclusion and Accessible Learning, DIAL, and that is for students with disabilities and for English language learners. So we will have an update with all of that and what is going on August 14th. So please do make sure to join us at that time at 6 p.m. and also at 400 First Avenue. Additionally, we do have 3 vacancies on the council. So if you are interested in serving, please do reach out to our council at d75council@schools.nyc.org. We do have a deadline of August 2nd. So we do appreciate if you do have an interest that you urgently reach out to us as soon as possible. With that being said, Co-President Daniels, do you have any additional updates?
In regards to the vacancies, I believe it's 4 or 5, not 2.
There are 3. We currently have 6 members on the council. We would need 3 more parents, and then we have 2 that will be coming from our public advocates. And currently, Elizabeth Kennedy did let us know that they are interviewing and in the process, but we do not have 2 people solidified as of yet. So with that being said, if you do want to also apply to be a public advocate, reach out to our council as well, because I do not have the information or the flyer. Haleen, if you could possibly put it in the chat, it would be appreciated. If not, we'll make sure to put that in the space where people can find it, and or reach out to d75council@schools.nyc.org. Co-President Daniels?
I will also be sure to share it on all my social media pages, in addition to the page I know that you got for the council. So I will share all that out also personally as well. On July 12th, I had went to an event where a couple of our students, they were some of the inclusion students that graduated recently. I think it was about 4 of them. They was awarded scholarships for college. And the organization that it was with was I'm trying to remember who it was. It was affiliated with another organization. Shelly could probably tell you more about it. I think their name was Uniglow. I think it was Uniglow. If anybody ever heard of their clothing line, Uniglow in their store, it was affiliated through them. They helped our kids get some scholarships for academic achievement. It looks like it was 4 students. I know one was a girl and it was 3 boys. The girl, I believe she had got an award for what you call it, the Samuel Stern Awards. She had gotten that too, that particular student. So she actually got a lot of awards, that student. So I was very proud of all of them, but specifically her, because when her and the parents saw me, they remembered me when I came in there, to attend the venue. And that was on July 12th. It was in the morning. It was only like a brief 2 hours. And that was the only update I have from what was done this summer. I have not done my busing committee meeting yet, but I'm going to get to that soon. And I have to get back into doing my, safety committee as well. So I'm going to be working on that soon. I've been having some severe issues with busing myself. Like literally, I filed 5 complaints in 3 days this week. This week ain't finished, so it's crazy. Alone. So the only good thing I would say about OPT is something different they doing this year that I'm learning in reference to filing of the complaints. I know it's a little off topic, but I just wanted parents to notice they do give you an email copy of your complaint now. It goes straight to your email. You can request it. They put the one where you initially submitted, then they give you another one with what you said in the complaint. So you actually get 2 emails with 1 complaint, because if you request the other one, if they don't give you that initially, you can request the one with what you said in it, and it will show how they're responding, if it's still being reviewed or whatever is going on. I was also told that in addition to the busing app that I think is still not really working good, according to what I was told today by OPT themselves, but on the NICSA account, I got to double check this, but I was told that you could check out all your complaints on the NICSA account now, which is something new also, in addition to getting the email about your complaints from OPT. So that's something new they just started this summer. So that's a better way of tracking your complaints and everything like that. So that's 2 other ways to track it. And in addition to that, like she said, our next meeting, like co-president Christy Angel said, our next meeting is going to be August 14th at 6 p.m. It's going to include the annual business and calendar meeting, since we do not have quorum tonight. So we will be handling a lot of business, hopefully that day in particular. And that's all I got for now. Oh yeah, there's a back to school events coming up, but the district will probably say that one, so I'll save that for them. But I will be helping out in that. I already confirmed that with the district.
Thank you so much, Co-President Daniels. Council members, do we have any additional comments or updates that you would like to provide based on your committees, or anything else that you would like to give to the floor now?
Hello. Now that it's warm, a lot of the events that I'm going to out in the summer, out and about, I'm meeting with a lot of council members and making friends and just trying to push our agenda and see who's on the education committee and council, city council, and try to see what they can do to further our cause.
Thank you so much. She is referencing our legislative committee, and she is actually our first chair, and she is getting some good work done for our council. So also, please know, any of our committees are open to the public. If you would like to serve, there is no requirement, no prerequisite. You can show up, give feedback, and give of your time, and we would be appreciative of that. Thank you so much, Recording Secretary Butler. With that being said, I think that concludes the updates for our council. Deputy Kleinberg, are you available to bring the updates for the district?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everyone.
evening.
Happy summer. Wonderful to be here with all of you. Always a pleasure to join you. We do have multiple meetings happening across the city tonight. So I am here as your representative from the superintendent's team this evening, and I'm joined by other members of the district team as well, who will jump in with some various updates, especially those from our family team. So I did want to share a few exciting summer updates with you. We are now at the midpoint, it goes by so very quickly, of our Chapter 683 program. And we are very excited, as always, to see the very robust learning, the community exploration, and all of the programming that's taking place across our schools and across our boroughs, including for the students that are participating in our Summer Rising After School Day program alongside District 1 through 32 peers. As Ms. Daniels had spoken to about, we're very excited to culminate the first week of the summer session with our District 75 leadership, school teams, families, parent leaders. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Daniels and others, and Uniqlo executives who came together, as was mentioned earlier, to honor 4 graduates from our school organization as the winners of the 2024 Uniqlo College Scholarship. Each honoree received an award of $5,000 to assist with tuition expenses, books, and school supplies, which we know is going to be of tremendous benefit to all of them on their college adventures. So please join us in a huge congratulations to Julian from P176X, Marie 751 Manhattan, Kaya from 753 in Brooklyn, and Brandon from 721 in Manhattan. These students and the celebration was truly an inspiration to all of us. And I wish them, and we as a district wish them the very best of everything in their continued academic pursuits in college this fall. And they have promise that they will keep us posted on how they're doing, so they can continue to let us know what college is looking like for them, and to continue to inspire the students of District 75 with their accomplishments. So this summer, we are thrilled that a record 1,078 District 75 students have been successfully enrolled in our summer youth employment program. So that's almost 780 older youth and almost 300 younger youth. We exceeded our original target of 1,000 students, and were offered an additional number of seats to make sure that all interested students had an opportunity to participate in summer youth this summer. The students and the youth are placed at over 132 work sites throughout the 5 boroughs, and they are spending the summer learning real world job skills and earning summer paychecks. So we're very excited for all of our students, and really a tremendous diversity of different opportunities that they're able to engage in over the course of the summer. So we will give you some more updates in August about how the summer continued to shape up for our students over the course of our Chapter 683 and SYEP programs. In terms of curriculum and instruction and our continued push for our involvement in New York City Reads in our literacy curriculum building. Over the last several months, we've shared with you some updates of the different ways that families can work with students to address the various pillars of literacy learning. And so I'd like to culminate those reminders and that review of the 5 pillars of literacy instruction with you tonight by speaking a bit about the 5th pillar of literacy instruction, which is comprehension building. And comprehension is really the reason for reading. As our students learn to read words, we want to make sure that they understand the words that they're reading and how to use that understanding to connect to the world around them. Good readers, as we know, are both purposeful and active and have the skills to absorb what they read. We want them to be able to analyze it, make sense of it, and to really make their reading their own. We want them to use their experiences and knowledge of the world, vocabulary, of language, and of reading strategies to make sense of text, and also to help them enjoy it and to get the most out of it. So families, as you are reading with your young people at home, we encourage you to visit your local libraries, which have all kinds of tremendous summer programming. Please Continue to spend time reading with your child and having a wide range of texts in the home environment to encourage the joy of reading. Help your child to select books that they're interested in and to really get excited about the selection process of deciding what to read next. We also encourage you to ask questions about what your child is reading and what they've learned from it. What's happening on each page of the book? Who's the story about? What do you think will happen next? And what is this story teaching us? Are some of the types of questions that you might want to ask and discuss as you're reading at home. And we also encourage you to share your own questions with your child and to work together to find a variety of answers. Summer is a really wonderful time to explore literacy with your child by finding other places where texts and books can be seen, like museums and local bookstores, as well as libraries. And we encourage you to bring books along on your vacations or day trips to make reading a part of the daily recreational routines that you have at home. We, as a district, are actively planning for our continued New York City Reads rollout and the continued expansion of our use of HMH into reading, into literature, and Readtopia across schools. As our curriculum rollout in literacy continues to expand across District 75. We are continuing our ongoing training for staff, and we are very excited to roll out a variety of family literacy events and workshops over the course of the next year, including the launch of monthly family read-alouds that will be on our district calendar. So please do stay tuned for more information on the exciting things that will be happening with New York City Reads and District 75 Reads over the course of the year. I also would like to share with you that we ended the school year with daily attendance across District 75 of 82%. We are continuing to work to build our attendance rates over the course of the upcoming school year. So we do thank you in advance for all the work that we know that our families continue to do to help to make sure that our students come to school every day. We want to continue to build those attendance rates higher and higher in the new year to make sure that our students have access to everything that the school day has to offer. And in other updates, we do have some exciting things happening related to arts programming across District 75 under the leadership of our Director of the Arts, Amanda McPhee. She has worked with MoMA's Access team to develop a curriculum guide for District 75 arts teachers. And this resource has been piloted in classrooms. There's been a lot of professional learning around it, and it's been reviewed by an arts advisory of District 75 arts teachers. It features a variety of units that can be adapted in classrooms to connect the elements of art with identity-based learning through a culturally responsive lens that are with work that's aligned to the visual arts blueprint. We're very excited for our district arts programs to utilize this resource to help students learn about identity and ideas for increasing visual literacy and communication through observation and class discussion. So there will be a lot of continued work using this guide over the course of the school year. We wanted to make sure you know about it now. So as you hear more over the course of the year, this is a familiar resource. And over the summer, MoMA is partnering with District 75 for a variety of field trips for students. There have been specific time slots at the museum that have been held for District 75 schools to engage with the museum on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays during the months of July and August during our Chapter 683 summer program. So the MoMA, as well as a variety of other field trips across the city will be a continued active part of our summer program. I would now like to pass the mic over to Nora to share some family engagement updates with you all.
Thank you for all of those updates, Shelley. And I think we do have to invent a remote or virtual baton so we can pass it around when we're done with these, right? So I'm going to share our family engagement updates. The summertime is full of planning, busy working on the upcoming school year. There's a lot that, we are thinking about and planning and scheduling and preparing. But right now, I want to share about the back to school events. We have 2 back to school events, as Andrea shared before. Really exciting. They're going to be big. They're going to be so big. And I want you to feel that you can bring your entire family. This is a District 75 community event where everyone is welcome to attend. We're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be so much fun. There's going to be activities, face painting. There's going to be food trucks, the first time ever at District 75 event. There's going to be snack tables. There's going to be fruit. There's going to be something for everyone. Pureed foods for kids who can't, who have difficulty eating a sandwich or something from the food truck. So there's going to be something for all of our students there. In addition to the fun, and it's going to be great for, our families to be there and have fun. There's going to be lots of resources. There's going to be about 40 agencies. I think the most we've had in a very long time. Everybody's very eager to join us and to provide our families with the information that you're going to need to start your school year correct. And the agencies that are coming, we have agencies like OPWDD, Care Design, Include NYC, YAI will be there. And we also have some extracurricular resources that are going to be there. They're going to be present to share with you what can you do with your child on a Saturday or a Sunday. The Intrepid Museum is going to be present. You're going to have Lincoln Center accessibility program there. What can I do with my child during the weekends? There's your direct contact to these organizations. I would like to thank the council, especially Christine, for joining me. We discussed some feedback, some parent feedback. And because of the feedback I received, we're going to also have something like a parent support room where you as a parent will be able to go to this room and have access to a social worker. And there may be something really cool in that room too. I'm working on it and I'll share it, hopefully in the next meeting. But all of these resources are going to be there for you, including all the fun. So we're really excited about it. I will put the flyers in the chat. I'll put the registration links. Your parent coordinator should be sending those out. Probably going to annoy you because we're going to ask that those flyers go out every other day on your social media, email, as often as we can so we can get as many as you out there. I also want to share about NICSA because I know that's something that we talked about. And Andrea, I would love to talk to you about the OPT part of this because I wasn't aware that now you can, see your complaint numbers in the NICSA. But this is a big push, right? We want to continue to have our families open up these accounts. We're still at the about 67% percentage rate. We don't have an updated number yet, but that's what we ended the school year. Our families need to have this account. If you don't have this account, it's fast becoming a necessary tool in your child's education. You have access to so much information, your child's biographical information, attendance, IEP, and now this transportation piece where first, we used to get those yellow envelopes at home. That's not the case anymore. If you don't have a New York City Schools account, you will not have your child's updated transportation information. So a flyer will be going out hopefully within the week so we can push those NICSA accounts this summer right before the summer program ends. And we hope that each of you have this account. If you don't, please reach out to your child's parent coordinator for the code. And we hope to have, so that way you can have your child's transportation information ready for September. We would also like to ask the council if you would like to participate and table at the back to school events, please reach out. I know that Andrea is gonna be there representing and supporting, but if you'd like to table and, give out flyers or brochures, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I hope you're all having a great summer and with your families and your children, and I'll see you next month. Take care.
Thanks, Nora. So those conclude our updates for the summer. More to come at the August meeting. We, as always, just want to thank you all for your continued advocacy, your continued commitment, and your continued support for all of the work that we're doing on behalf of our students. It really has been a fun-filled, enjoyable, productive, enriching summer. We're having a tremendous time visiting schools and seeing the wonderful things that our students are doing and the authentic work that our students are doing as a part of SYEP. So thank you to all for the work that you continue to do to support the youth in District 75. We're truly and eternally grateful.
Thank you all so much for those updates. And Nora, absolutely, we're going to table the back to school events. We'll just need to have a meeting to see who's going to be where to do what, but we definitely will collaborate with you. There's a puppet in the background. Everyone say hello, Christian. With that being said, I don't believe that we have any additional updates. However, does any other council member have any other updates before we transition this over into public comment?
Shanique? No? Okay. We good.
All right. With that being said, we're now going to go ahead and transition into public comment. If you do have a comment and or question for the council and or for the district, you may now raise your hand to be recognized. All righty. Well, seeing no hands, I do want to go ahead and say thank you again to my council members for your work that you've been doing. I hope that you guys are taking a good break during these couple of weeks. Thank you to Nora. Thank you to the district. You guys have really been tremendous with helping our parents who need paras, who need advocacy at IEP meetings. And we have really been able to make some effective changes during this time period. So I just want to say thank you for your collaboration and thank you for showing up.
Hello, hi. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I was looking for the raised hands emoji, but I couldn't find it in time.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I can still make my comment, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. My name is Lacey Jordan, and my son is a D75 student and PS 169 at the 146 location. I'm also the new secretary of the PA. I am also on the D4 CEC. So hi, my colleagues. Hey, and I just would like to ask if there's a way, because basically my son, he just got accepted to Summer Rising, and he can't go on any trips. The D75 students cannot go on any trips because they're saying something about they all need a para and like they're not allowed to go on these trips, or, I'm not exactly sure of this, like of all the details. But I would just like to know if there's a way that you guys can follow up with the Summer Risings, specifically the one in the Lock School in 20 West 112th Street, and maybe just kind of see what's going on over there and why the D75 students are excluded from going on trips. Today they was going to a water park, and I've been signed the permission slip for him to go. And then for today, and I told him about it. So for today, yesterday I asked about it and he wasn't allowed to go. So that was really disheartening because they was going to the water park and, all of the D75 students got excluded out of that big deal. It's a big deal to go to the water park. So can you guys just maybe see what's going on with that?
I'll take care of it. Email me directly.
Hi, Lacey. This is Minnie Paulson. I'm the Executive Director of School Support and Operations for District 75.
Okay.
I'm working with the Summer Rising team. So like Andrea said, I'll need more information and I will follow up and I'll see what can be done so that on the next school trip that they can go.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
I'll need more information with the location, the name of the student ID number, and any other student that were not able to go.
She said all D75 students were not able to go.
All of them. Okay.
So email this person, Millie Paulson, and
Yes.
email me, Andrea Daniels, the co-president of the council. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. You also got the council email that my co-president just put in the chat, but I'm gonna put my personal email as well. So I will definitely be on top of that because this is upsetting me. And this is the type of stuff I was talking about before. Email me, please.
Thank you so much, guys. My one of my main platforms is that, D75 students do not get as many benefits as the main district. I'm not sure how it is in other districts, but I can see the difference between D75, like D75, the things that they have and the things that District 4 have, and they don't get all of the benefits. Granted, D75 is great, like when it comes to the trips, like my older daughter who goes to 146, super jealous of all the trips that 169 go on. You guys take very good care of them. But as for the other things, it's really lacking. So I really would like to work together with you guys and just try to uplift D75 as a whole from where I'm standing.
Okay,
yes, definitely.
You said you're from CEC4?
Yes, East Harlem.
All right, I'm going to have to reach out to you in regards to your council as well and this situation. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And I put my email in the chat as well.
Please email me, don't forget.
I won't.
So everyone's email is in the chat, Ms. Jordan. Please do make sure that you reach out. We have a strong follow-up system, and we want to make sure that you get the information that you need and that we have what we need on this side to make sure everyone's okay equally. Thank you for that feedback. Do we have any additional comments? Mr. Mensanga, would you like to speak?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. This is Bernard Mensanga. I'm a new council member for the CEC 9. I have my daughter actually student at the District 75 PS 168. So this is not a comment but a concern because I basically went through many my daughter classes the end of the event, and I was wondering, this is a really big concern and is the main reason of why I decided to become a council member, because I was wondering how things work on that side. Because my concern is, I was in the classroom, my daughter is actually a student, a special education student, and she had some delay on the speech and all those stuff. And I was wondering how the special educator work with them to achieve the goal and make them more speaker. And I was wondering because when I get to the school, I realized that they separate disabled student and student who have no problem. And from my side, every single day I used to watch children out of the street, how they play, how they learn each other. And it used to be a challenging part for them to learn from another children. If a kid want to learn something special from, and he can learn more faster from another kid, right? So, and I was wondering because my daughter, she's actually go there, and after many classes with speech therapists and all those professionals, having thing going, she's still facing a language difficulty, all those types. So my concern is there any other way to make student, I don't know if it's the right place to express this situation, if we can have skit join other kids who have no problem and they can learn from other kids instead of put them in the same spot, because I think on that side they want to learn so fast because they all have the same issue and no one is going to learn from another person who has the same issue. So that's my question or concern. If we can think about if it's the right area to discuss about that, or is there any certain level to to put it on?
Sure.
Thank you for that.
Thank-
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
No, absolutely. Take it away.
Okay.
Right, take it away.
Thank you. And thank you so much for raising that question and concern. We do want our students to be in an environment where they have an opportunity to be working with a wide range of peers. And in schools that have students with all different abilities and needs, because we want our students to learn from each other. In some of our speech and language programs and mandates, based on the mandates on a student's IEP, we do have some students that have a group mandate where they might be working in a group with other students that might have different levels of communication abilities and needs, so they can work on socialization and learn from each other. We also, across the city and well over 470 buildings, are in co-located school buildings because that offers opportunities for various events and opportunities and social and academic learning situations for students to be able to grow and learn from each other. So we're always looking at ways that we can build programming across our district to make sure that students are learning from each other and that we have heterogeneous groupings, which means students learning from those with different levels of learning needs and different abilities, so we can help them to learn from each other in exactly the way that you were speaking to wanting to see for your daughter. So that's a continued conversation to have with the school, to ask about the opportunities within 168 that are being offered to your daughter to be able to learn from other peers that might be able to work alongside her to help her to build some of those communication strategies, in addition to the work that the speech providers and the instructional team are doing to support your child.
Yeah, that might be a good thing because I'm originally from Africa, and I'm going to provide you the reason why I'm putting it on, because from my country, we used to see kids. I used to be an instructor back in the day. I taught young people long time ago, and I realized that when a kid are together, they mostly of the time challenging each other. As an example, I can ask to a kid to do something special, and if he doesn't do, I can tell him like
payment and closing cost grants.
I can let you know that the other kid has done the same thing, and it can be a challenging situation for the kid to improve himself, because he feel like the other kid has done the same thing. Okay, so I have my own brother. He has back home. I'm talking about my brother back home. He has
Mr. Masanga, not to cut you off and to belabor the point, but I do want to make sure we do have a 2-minute barrier for people who are commenting, and we do have another parent that is waiting to comment. So we do want to make sure that we support your daughter and hear you out. I just want to make sure that I'm being equal into the floor with other parents. So we'll give you another minute to finish your statement, but we want to make sure that you give us your email contact and that you also contact the council so that we can make sure your daughter does have these inclusive experiences and within the school. We don't want to make you feel like you're not heard, but as we're working with our rules of decorum, we want to make sure that we keep everything flowing and give everyone equal opportunity to speak. So if you want to go ahead and wrap up the portion so that we can continue to support you, we don't want to cut you off, but if you want to go ahead and finish, we then will give the floor to Ms. Ramirez. Thank you.
All right. Thank you again for giving me this opportunity to express the issue. So I mean, that was a proposition, you know, I was trying to propose something. So I don't know if, like I said previously, if it's the right place to have this proposition, but I was thinking about if it's possible to have kids with a kind of delay join a class with kids who has no problem, then they can learn from each other and still have those special educated professionals to follow them. So that's the only thing I was asking. So I'm done.
Oh, yes, sir. There are absolutely opportunities. And so what we will do is make sure we get in contact with you, with the district, and with your school to make sure that your daughter does have access to those opportunities. Even though you may not see them, we apologize that you don't see that they are available, and we will absolutely work on making those available and giving you the information that assists you with moving forward with your daughter with inclusivity. Please do make sure to email us d75council@schools.nyc.gov. We want to make sure to continue this conversation offline to make sure that you're heard and you and your daughter are supported.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Ms. Ramirez, you have the floor.
Yes. Hi. It's for the gentleman. My son goes to the same school. If you like, I could definitely talk to the principal. We are pretty cordial and see your concerns. Also, we are getting we just got a grant from Bronx Special Kids, and we're gonna have a farm club. If you want to get your daughter, she's gonna be able to socialize with different children with different type of a speech, and she's also will be able to socialize with children similar to her. I understand like your concern. However, children with special needs, they need a type of settings that they have. The school is really good. Maybe the progress that you haven't seen is because of the team. I went through the same thing with my son. We created a team this year, and he saw a great progress. So if you like, I'm gonna put my phone, my email, and my phone, and just give me a call, and we can just get together with the principal and just do the same thing that you did for me, and hopefully your daughter can progress.
That would be great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ramirez, Ms. Ramirez. It takes a village, and it's beautiful to watch parents come together to make things like this happen, because we depend on each other for anything that we're going through in this journey. With that being said, Mr. Masanga, please do not forget to email us any other parents that do need additional support. We are here to support you. Please do let us know how we can stand in the gap for you. With that being said, do we have any additional questions and or comments for the council or the district? If not, we will go ahead and give me one moment. Actually, I was remiss. Interpreters, Spanish, Mandarin, and Bangla, do we have any questions in your rooms?
No question in Bangla line.
Yeah.
No
So far,
question in
Mandarin
Spanish
has
line.
no question. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, okay, go ahead, please.
That's okay. With that being said, we have no further questions. We are going to adjourn our meeting at 7 p.m.
我的法定人数在
We
7
are
点。
releasing our translators at 7 p.m. Thank you for your time. Again, our next meeting is on August 14th. Also, please do show up on July 31st for that 988 and NYPD Crisis Resources presentation. You can again sign up for that at ccd75.org. Thank you and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night,
Good
puppy
night,
in the
everyone.
background, your puppy, Christian.
Okay.